Yeah, all right, guys. Very well welcome to this particular lecture or presentation. Today we are going to talk about community relations. Okay, so that's the first thing we are going to talk about today. Actually, today we are going to do the introduction and then go further a little bit further in Dr. Hannah Benedicta Taylor's you know slides alongside with Dr. Eric Cooker. So today, with the community relations at the end of this particular, presentation, we should be able to we should be able to, you know, be able to acquire some basic terminologies using community relations. Now we should be able to, identify various societies prior to the industrialization. Okay, now we should be able to describe or be able to discuss some changes that might that have occurred over the period of time through the pre-industrial society to the industrialization and then the post-industrial society. We should be able also be able to explain the changes using some theoretical perspectives. So these are the main things that we have to be able to capture. We should be able to capture at the end of this particular presentation. Now we are going to discuss the things vividly and practically as possible. Okay, so the first thing we are going to talk about is community. Now what does a community mean? Okay, so now you can zoom into the locality that you stay. Okay, in the locality that you stay, there are a lot of buildings over there, and within each building there are families residing in each building. Okay, so try and then create a mental picture of family in circle. Okay, so there are families in the locality that you are situated or you are located, and so there are different families. Okay, and then these families actually share some bond. Okay, and then they also, these families that live in your locality, they share some form of what proximity to each other. So from one house to another house, the family in this house and then the family in another house, they share some kind of like what proximity. So a community can be defined from this particular scenario, that a group of families or a group of individuals that share common interests, okay, values, and then they share you know close proximity or geographical proximity. That is um, a general overview um, of the community. Now we can break these things down into three major things that they share. So the first thing that they share is they share physical space. As I said, each family is occupying a particular area in the locality or in the town or in a city that you are residing in. So they share physical space. They share social interaction. As the families are living together in the same house, they share some form of what bond that I said earlier. They share some common forms of what relationship or interaction. They have sense of what identity as well. Sorry. Okay, so when you belong to a particular family, something like you belong to the Butchie family. Okay, so you have some sense of identity. You belong to, excuse me, this family called Butchie family. Okay, so that's the three things that we can break, and then we have something here that we have to all digest: the difference between neighborhoods and then communities. Okay, so what do you think, neighborhood and then communities? Okay, I simply think the neighborhood is talking about the geographical specification of it's just a term that is used to describe people who have you know proximity to each other geographically. Now when we talk about the communities, just as I said earlier on, that one is a group of families that reside in a particular area, you know and then they share values as well as interests. So the difference is that neighborhood is zoomed specifically to geographical, nothing about sharing interests, nothing about sharing institutions and services. Okay, so we quickly move on to what's the we are talking about community relation. Now we've talked about community, then we also talk about what relations. So what is the meaning of relations? It is very simple. What is your relationship with your dad? What is your relationship with your mom? So the relationship between you and your mom is motherhood, is mother-child, relationship. Okay. So relationship simply means an interaction, or relation simply means an interaction or association with other things or between things. Okay, good. Now, so we then combine the two of them. So combining the community definition and then the relations definition, we can clearly say that community relations, deals with how people residing in a geographical area, or people who share interests, values, and you know geographical proximity relate with each other or interact with each other. That is the general overview of community relations. And here too we have